I'm pretty sure because you're a felon, you can't get things in your name, okay? All right, I know that you're a convicted felon. You probably can't get stuff in your name, but I'll help you, all right? I want you to get your own place with you and your baby. You chill out for a minute. I don't know if that boy wanted you to sit down and be a stay-at-home mom for a minute and, you know, so you can start progressing or what. But they say you making a good bag over there on Snapchat, or whatever it is. You should be able to chill out and just focus. Because we don't want you to go back to jail. All right?
Excuse me, sir, what are you guys arresting her for?
A warrant out of charge.
A warrant out for what?
Sorry?
A warrant for what, sir?
Yeah. I love you down for real, and I be ignoring every time you try to speak up against me or about my kid. The last time you spoke up against me was like, yeah, show us something, show him holding a bottle up or something, and then shortly after, your son. It doesn't feel good, does it?
Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody could tell me to stop talking fucking thing I see in the media, okay? I done forgot I was on TikTok. Now I'm cussing you out.
I'm glad to see you again, to put it mildly. Tia Kemp has stopped being polite after going all out on Chrisean Rock. After being silent for far too long, Tia eventually lost her fury and made an unexpected decision. She formally accused Chrisean of being unfit to raise her child, and Child Protective Services was contacted. You're right. You can see that for a minute. Chrisean's name has been the subject of a lot of noise, from violent altercations to erratic conduct, but this latest action is causing me a great deal of anxiety. Why did Tia lose it? It wasn't just the typical pranks either. Tia and Chrisean reportedly argued over her own son. Now it goes too far. Tia's son reportedly suffered a knife wound not long ago. Chrisean shamelessly accused and even physically abused him. Instead of demonstrating concern, Tia would not tolerate that. She publicly criticized Chrisean for her unsettling and reckless actions, and vented her frustration online. Supporters of Tia also believe that someone should take action to assist that son. Tia is leading the effort to hold Chrisean accountable, since this could be the beginning of a larger storm.
Chrisean, a hard head will make a soft. I was just waiting for Auntie Tia to come, and she came. Like she said.
Let's clarify. Perhaps Chrisean Rock wishes to boast about being wild, organic, and out of the ordinary. She simply made the wrong decision in the instance of actual street-certified women, though. Since Tia Kemp is more than simply a talker, she is a model. Recently, Chrisean has been the best. It is noisy online, disorderly on the streets, and just plain there. But she had obviously forgotten who she was playing with. Tia Kemp epitomizes what a day one fighter should be. She's played this game, survived, and established her reputation. There's no need to chase clout. Chrisean, a sleeping giant, was just prodded. Now that CPS has been implemented, the internet is watching like reality TV. Christians have been criticized for requiring a last-minute wake-up call. Maybe, just possibly, someone ought to remind her that a son is involved. Going viral and feeling wonderful aren't the sole goals these days. Tia Kemp exclaimed, "Bet I got this," as soon as she noticed that the fans are diverse. It's long overdue, some say. Some said Tia wasn't the right person. But there is one thing that is obvious. A person who isn't afraid of China only had to look at her trash. Since Instagram likes, and those cameras don't produce boys, maybe she will quit blaming the world and start cleaning up her up.
Chrisean, is you cool? You need to learn how to insult better, because how I asked Tia, oh, it don't feel right, huh? You mentioning and being concerned about my son hitting milestones, and then your son gets stabbed. That don't feel right, huh? Well, she would know. She didn't put her baby health in danger. Another person did. You put your baby health in danger. Like what? Like deflection much? You make no sense, honey. And it's because you a manipulator. And not only you a manipulator, you're a manipulator the way Blueface manipulate your ass. You think that you can come with all the mind games that he do to you to the masses, and people supposed to fall for that because your dumb ass fall for his. And another reason why you are now currently getting on everyone's nerves is because, for one, you ran out that sympathy juice that you was getting 2-3 years ago.
Insane behavior. The upheaval and the messy drama that used to win her sympathy and clicks make it difficult to predict When or even if Chrisean Rock will ever wake up. The internet might have been helpful in the past, but people are impatient now, and her inner circle is no exception. The shocking thing is that despite years of publicity, fan support, exposure, interviews, and even financial gain, she still lacks a solid basis. What we mean by foundation is a physical location that she can call her own. The fact that Chrisean has been so popular for everything under the sun, sofa hopping, is still rather common. Both Blueface and her child, Junior, were expelled from prison upon their release. She sobbed as she shared this information online with her fans. She said he left them as quickly as if it had never happened. They were first taken aback, wondering how he could be so unfaithful to her after everything they had been through. However, Blueface was not going to overlook that narrative without taking action. After only a few days there, Chrisean responded with complete receipts and a video showcasing the establishment. It was simply unattractive. There were overturned objects, garbage heaps, and dishes everywhere. A storm appeared to have passed. People began immediately to understand why he would have stated, "You've got to go." This was stated long ago by Persuasion, who has gone through her own drama with Chrisean. Chrisean is messy and disrespectful of others' privacy, but after watching the video, everything changed drastically. Some shocked responses from followers included, "Now we see why he did what he did. And this girl needs to grow up ASAP." The audacious thing Chrisean said was the destruction of that house wasn't solely her fault, really, rather than simply accepting responsibility for her mistake. She attempted to shift the blame. This isn't the usual mayhem between Chrisean Rock that most people would overlook. People are sick of it. Chrisean's unwillingness to accept responsibility for anything is undeniable. Her actions are now having an impact on people besides herself. Her closest friends and family are beginning to feel the effects, particularly her young kid, Junior. People have begun to voice their opinions online, saying that she should quit performing and start acting more like a mother rather than a celebrity. Chrisean began to appear everywhere with Junior after she received online backlash for her parenting style. Similar to Everywhere, she was able to multitask by carrying him to church, allowing him to sit on her lap during live streams, and even bringing him along while she got her hair done. Furthermore, while it's good to spend time with your son, others are highlighting the true problem. Others can already tell that Junior may be showing some developmental delays. And that's not always a bad thing. Many parents struggle with it. And things can get better with the correct support and care, because Chrisean can easily flaunt Junior by taking him to events, salons, and cameras. But she doesn't seem to be prioritizing routine physicals or medical examinations. The internet is furious. She seems to be doing enough to be considered involved, yet she is failing at the real work of parenting, which requires structure, time, and concentration. Now, everyone wonders if she is truly putting his first needs or simply maintaining one's reputation. Fans aren't attempting to be critical of her, but they are demanding better. People will undoubtedly speak up if your name is frequently mentioned in the media, yet your priorities don't seem to coincide. It is not necessary for you to be flawless. It's crucial to demonstrate that you're working hard, particularly for a son who could want further assistance. With remarks like, perhaps she is taking Junior to the doctor and just choosing not to post about it, some followers are still attempting to cheer Sheen on. It doesn't make sense that this is the same Sheen who, let's face it, spent her whole pregnancy online after all of her appointments, emotions, and pushes. People are expected to assume that she abruptly turned private. She also placed the boy on display a few days after giving birth, and she had cameras in the delivery area so everyone could observe her moments during pregnancy. When people began criticizing her for failing to manage her son's health, she quickly came out again after withdrawing, posting Junior once more as though nothing had occurred. It is to control damage. When she records her son, she claims he simply doesn't do it, even though he is able to walk and talk. Now, she's defending herself online again. What, too? That's correct. Will she remain? How does that even make sense? Fans question in confusion. When he's not on camera, he apparently talks and runs laps, but when he is, he's mute and being carried. No one is advocating that she should openly discuss a detailed account of her son's growth. However, some warn against gaslighting the same audience that has been there since the beginning of time.
Watching from day one.
Oh, my son walking, my son talking, and my son eat. Just because I don't display that internet, I don't give a proving anything to y'all, bro.
And then you got on the live stream where you in the bathroom talking about something. My son can walk, my son can talk, my son can eat. Girl, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know if you're just delusional or you are just that, like lying just comes to you that naturally. Your son can't hold his head up. That child is not Okay, I don't care what you say. Oh, I just don't show that just because I don't display it. You don't display it because it's not happening, girl. Like, I'm so sorry. You act like the rest of us don't have children and don't know what child development looks like. Girl, that baby can't hold his own. There's no way.
But this is where things start to go wrong. The problem goes beyond Chrissy maybe not providing her child with the care he so obviously needs. Allegedly, she is completely ignoring him in order to argue back and forth with Blueface as though it were her job, according to several individuals. With knowledge of the matter, she has been so preoccupied with all of this drama that she has neglected her child entirely. And then came the moment that rocked the internet. In fact, Twitch officially banned her. How come, as purported, she argued and streamed live while leaving her son in the car for hours. The boy was reportedly forced out of the car by the platform's own staff. Fans grew enraged at that point and questioned, what the hell is going on? How come you don't have the time to ensure your son is safe, comfortable, and supported? But you have time to go live for influence and to brawl with your ex. This drew criticism right away, with some claiming that it was irresponsible rather than merely reckless. Twitch has formally sacked her, and it appears that she is now feeling the effects of the decision.
I can call you later so you can do what you gotta do.
No, you don't gotta call me later. I just don't want to argue. You can stay on the phone.
I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
Huh? I'm not busy at all.
Yeah, I guess you busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
I'm not
even busy.
Okay.
Babe,
You me right now.
I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm about to put a baby in the car. Is that okay? Do you mind taking him to the car? Thank you.
You mind taking him to the car? Thank you.
It's almost impossible to defend Chrisean claim that she simply doesn't understand what's happening. Throughout the now viral exchange with Blueface, he actually told her several times to hang up and go get Junior. Did she do something, too? She told him straight out, I'm not doing anything important, and continued talking as if nothing had happened. The video's audio stunned viewers. She didn't appear to care or recognize how awful that looked. Additionally, it's ridiculous when a streaming service like Twitch assumes more accountability than the parent. Although she ought to have acted right away, Twitch staff had to intervene and assume leadership. That's a big statement. Auntie Tia Kemp then had to step in and provide some much-needed historical context. She could not ignore what she saw happening. If you know Tia, she has also experienced it. She has a child and has experienced the upheavals of the music industry firsthand. As a result, her statements are grounded on experience rather than just personal opinion. Tia wasn't holding back either. She gave Sheen straightforward advice: quit acting like everything was fine, and begin to take her son's care seriously. She recommended that she concentrate on parenting duties, quit performing for the internet, and take Junior off of social media. To be honest, that was applauded.
I'ma say this, and I'ma say this nicely. Chrisean need to go sit down somewhere, and she need to get this baby some help. She need to get herself some help. She need to stop engaging with all this internet shit and beef and all this shit and keep back and forth with that boy lying and playing on y'all mind. Cause she ain't never played on mine. I don't pay her no attention. I already know she fucked up in the head. But it's making me mad that this baby can't get down and walk. And I'm looking at him right here. It's clear that things are wrong with him. So why she ain't taking this baby, I don't get this. But we don't know what she's doing behind closed.
It's not that Tia Kemp was saying anything crazy. She did not identify as straight for months now. Many people have been using the internet to express exactly what she said. She didn't embarrass Chrisean. This time she was really being kind, gently reminding her that she needs to get up for a bit and that Junior is by himself at the moment. Chrisean came out fighting. Rather than accepting the realization and engaging in some genuine introspection, she swung far to the left and the topic turned personal. She slapped Tia hard because she was offended by her care for her own home, particularly after her son was stabbed. To try to change the situation, Chrisean claimed Tia should have remained silent rather than speaking up, if she wanted others to feel sorry for her and pray for her and her child. During difficult times, she pretended Tia had no right to comment, because she wasn't in a good place either. But here's the problem: not everyone is flawless. Furthermore, Tia was not brought up in a chaotic setting. As an adult mother who had gone through a trying period and hoped for better, she was speaking. To the boy, that's the difference. Everyone could see that the counsel was genuine, even though Chrisean saw it as an attack. Instead, she doubled down, missing the message when she could have paused and learned something.
I think that what she said from an auntie's perspective, because what we have to remember is that it's a public situation. So when you make a situation public, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I thought that was an auntie giving a niece advice, and per usual, there was nothing but hatred spewed as a response.
Soon as she popped off like that, Chrisean went too far, to be honest. Tia didn't say anything unpleasant or impolite. In reality, with everything that has been going on, the majority of people thought she kept it far more elegant than they had anticipated. She was not moving slowly. She didn't want to become more powerful. She was offering wise counsel from an adult, and the primary motivator was worry. Furthermore, this extends beyond the arguments put out by the advocates, Miss Carissa, Blueface's mother, even stopped by to check on Chrisean's well-being. As she came sideways at Tia, Carissa had to intervene and call her out. Of course, you see, if Carissa is taking the initiative to defend someone else's parenting advice, that's quite serious. Chrisean could have just listened instead of trying to clap back and stir up drama. Carissa added, echoing thoughts held by many others. Considering that it is obvious that the message was not intended to be offensive, they were supposed to wake her up.
It doesn't feel good, does it? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. If you got a kid, right? Okay. Don't stop passing judgment. I love you down. You funny. But come on now, stop speaking on me. For real.
Furthermore, it appears that Kemp took action in addition to making suggestions. When Tia called child services, she allegedly accused Chrisean of not raising her son appropriately. This is now serious. Moreover, unlike in the past, the internet did not quickly embrace Chrissy's defense. No, not actually. Individuals are finally beginning to change their behaviors and express their emotions after months of suppressing them. Online comments like "I wish they'd stop pushing Chrisean Rock onto the public" are being made. Sincerely, I hope that I would no longer see her. Others are calling out the hypocrisy, such as Chrisean's claim that Blueface doesn't care about their son, even if she isn't exactly acting like a model.
Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody could tell me to stop talking fucking thing I see in the media, okay? I done forgot I was on TikTok. Now I'm cussing you out. I don't give. If I see something on the blogs and I come across it and I see something and I want to say something, I'm gonna comment and I'm gonna